Concord. So anyway, we're out here, way out here in the state forest, up north, up in northern Minnesota. I'm out here testing out the Coyote 85 by Kelty. I'm not sure if they're taking this out of the market or not. Their website is completely sold out except for like a blue one that they have. I couldn't even find a Coyote 65 within the United States, so that's pretty weird anyway. So I think they're switching it out for probably that Lakota Pro. I seen that is in the same leaders as the Coyote series comes in. So anyway, I think it's an awesome ruck so far. Really enjoying it. It's just very comfortable. I don't take any endorsement from Kelty or anything like that. I am a fan of the brand as far as backpacks and stuff go. I'm going to be trying out my Slumberjack 20-degree bag today, which I ended up getting for free for Moose Jaw because I had enough Moose Jaw dollars. Anyway, it was a big mix-up, so they ended up giving me the bag free for courtesy, and I just paid the shipping. So I paid like $11 for the bag. It's awesome. I'm a huge fan of Slumberjack, so very excited to use that. But it is going to get down to about 20 degrees tonight, so this is going to get kind of interesting here. But yeah, I'm out here for a 2-day backpacking trip. Let's have some fun. Yeah, let's go see what we can find and see what we can get ourselves into, I guess. I'm really not carrying that much. This ruck may look like it's like really packed to the brim or something, but it's not. This is an 85-liter ruck. It's not overpacked. I'm probably going 25 to 30 pounds on this ruck right now, so that's pretty good weight. I'm going fairly lightweight. I got my light fighter one, which we're going to be sleeping in that tonight, which I'm excited. I haven't taken that out since last summer. I probably only used it like probably 5 times last summer, maybe 6 times. I did use it for an adventure for Unconquered that didn't work out last summer. It's just because I was new to filming and some of the shots weren't all that great, so I ended up scrapping the whole deal and just starting over, which is fine. It's always better to do that than put out a product that isn't worthy. But yeah, I ain't feeling hugely talkative today, but I'm going to have to get that to change here so we can shoot a great episode. Hell yeah, let's get to it. Straight up backpacking. So I'm thinking really hard about taking the side trail right now. Part of me thinks maybe I should just go down a little bit more. I guess. Might not be able to tell on the camera, but this place is absolutely littered with trash back on the road. That trail was a waste of time. So I just came across this campsite. It's just completely trashed. I don't know why somebody would leave their 70s shag carpet out here, but apparently they felt the need to haul it out. And there's hand warmers and everything else. I'm trying not to make this a big depressing trip of just garbage, but yeah, as you can see, that's kind of what people just leave laying everywhere. I'm supposed to be out here looking at nature, and I'm just looking at a bunch of garbage. Taking a little breather here. Been walking about 2 hours, maybe more. But it's about 2.5 hour drive from my house. So yeah, I got all my caffeine back in the truck, so that's great. I got that to look forward to. But anyways, I think thinking really hard about changing locations here tomorrow. There's another state forest about 40 minutes away from here. Supposed to be a lot better hiking trails on it. I'm not really seeing any trails here. Seen a few coming in, snowmobile. That's what I thought they were. Who knows? Maybe I'll go back and hit them trails. But I got about an hour and a half of sunlight left, so I got to really start thinking about setting up my shelter and stuff. We're setting up the light fighter. Light fighter 1. Hell yeah. It's exciting. The reason I'm always like looking around when I'm recording videos is I don't want to be standing here like an idiot. Well, somebody I didn't hear sneaks up behind me and freaking murders me or something. So, got to keep the head on swivel. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, there's a lot of times where I'm like not directly talking to the camera. So I hope you guys don't think that's weird. But yeah, there's a reason for that. Because I'm out here alone in the middle of nowhere. So hopefully you understand that. Yeah. So hopefully I don't look all shady or whatever. But I was pretty damn excited when I came in here, but my excitement is kind of dwindling a little bit. Hoping that I see some pretty cool stuff tomorrow. We might just head out to that other direction because it seems like there's a lot of interesting stuff and there's a lot of historical stuff in that other park. So I might reveal the location where I'm at. I don't know if I want to yet. So, but I might. I'm not trying to be weird about it or anything. Just, I don't know, bad things can happen sometimes. Get a little too revealing, you know. Not that I'm breaking any laws or anything, I'm just straight up backpacking out here on one of my little adventures. So, yeah, as you can see, kelty 85, hell yeah, I'm loving it. I'm not 100% sure yet if it's body armor compatible. I haven't tried it. I can still use it with body armor. I don't want my body armor to chew up this material that it's made out of. Very lightweight. Hoping for no rain because I don't even have my backpack cover list. I'll put a picture of my loadout, what I brought on this adventure. There's a couple things that I didn't put on there. Obviously I didn't put that. I got my sweatshirt on there. I didn't put my gloves in the picture. I don't think. I didn't put my Gore-Tex suit, which I ended up bringing last minute because once I seen that it's getting down to 20 degrees, I'm like, better bring something, but. I'm not wearing 100% adequate footwear today. I wanted to really go lightweight, but in spring like this is kind of a dangerous move. Obviously because of water and stuff like that. But yeah. So yeah, my feet might get a little chilly later. We'll see. One thing you got to remember in spring is not to just start throwing out all the winter stuff out of your loadout. So far. Yeah, I knew she was going to fall over eventually. There she goes. Well, looks like an okay place to go stop and eat lunch here real fast. Dinner, whatever the hell you want to call it. Haven't found where I wanted to stay yet. So. I was about to eat here and I kind of realized I only have about a half hour worth of sunlight left here. So, yeah, I'm going to have to find a different spot. Well, I found a trail to go down. I'm walking it for a little while. Once I get out of this muddy crap, I can find a camp spot here. I ended up backtracking a long ways. Back to the campsite. Pushed it a little too far. I should have just set up during the daylight. Not that I had a problem doing that later. Just fine. When I was standing here, all of a sudden I looked over with my light, shined it over there. Something standing there. And the eyes were glowing back at me, but it looked like somebody holding a flashlight for a minute. Say, do you need something? Well, it's insanely windy out here. It's about 12:30. Well, it's about 12:40 by now. I think I'm gonna call it a night. It's pretty damn chilly out here. It's gonna get down to 20 degrees. It was 66 when I started hiking out here. So yeah, I'll bring it back if anything interesting happens. I'm gonna get my other camera going here in the tent. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the morning. Still got another day to go. Morning. It's probably like almost 10:30 right now. AM. Wish I would have got a little bit more recording last night done, but it wasn't happening with that wind. The wind is just brutal. I mean, it's almost like somebody comes up and shakes the tent. That's how brutal it is. It scares the crap out of you sometimes. But yeah, I got down to 20 degrees, I believe, last night. I'm gonna look at my phone here in a second. My minus 20, or my 20 degree bag. Upwind 20. I'll show that off here in a little bit. I'll get up and show you guys here. I'm really digging it. Kept me warm all night. I mean, obviously I had a sweatshirt on, but kept me nice and toasty all night long. Pretty impressive. Yeah, I'm just cooking some food. Going to eat breakfast. Alright, well, super windy. I apologize for that. There's not much I can do about that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm thinking about packing up and heading to Wild River State Forest. The trails are kind of so watery out here. As you can see from last night's video, it's pretty damn muddy. And I ended up getting my feet real wet. I ended up setting my shoes out in the wind, and it ended up working out real well for me because my shoes ended up drying during the night in the wind. So lucky for me. But I do have boots in the truck, so I can change into them when I go to Wild River. I'm gonna pack up here, and then hopefully I can find somewhere that's not as windy out there where I can show you guys a little bit of the gear that I brought out. We're gonna hit it hard today, so let's get packed up and let's get rucking out. I just found a trailhead that I didn't see coming in. Now it almost makes me want to stay at the park and see what's back here. See all the pines and shit. Hey. Well, we're off to the next location, Wild River State Forest. So here we go. Well, we made it to the second location. Unfortunately, this is one where you have to rent the campsites. So I mean, for a little bit that kind of kills the adventure for me a little bit, but it's all right. Let's go try to have some fun in here. I haven't got very much footage recorded today, so that's about to change. Hopefully this wind dies down a little bit. It's got a little bit ridiculous. So, but let's go find the campsite. They're hiking only, so that's good. That sure looks pretty cool. That's a pretty decent sized river right there. Yeah, I would not want to try to cross that. Check out how good this camera is though. Is he doing it? Yeah, he's doing it. Down old military road, it's called, which is actually made from a military road, I think made in the 1800s. I got information with me about it and we'll go over that later tonight when we're relaxing. I'd really like to come back here and walk the stream and see what I can find. It's pretty crystal clear. I bet you can find all kinds of stuff. Maybe even coins from the 1800s. Angeles up to Fort Snelling, so he could, which is actually St. Paul. He was trying to get up there to warn them about to send more troops and that the Indian uprisings were going on. And one of the lieutenants tried to go out and see how deep the river actually was to see if they could swim across and make it. He was actually got a cramp and he got sucked under and he was never seen again. Alright, I'll give this park a little more credit than I gave it when I was on my way out here. That's clear water. I bet you can't see nothing in there. That's too bad. There's some silver down there. It's pretty wild, the pair of stairs just sitting there. Step at your own risk. When you think about it, you picture old stagecoaches coming down this road. Think about how much work it would be to clear all this crap out too. There's no easy way to cut down a tree back in the day. Let's get a neat little building here. This is where we'll stop and relax and take a break for a minute. I'm digging it. Good place to take a little break. Yeah, this is a nice little park here. Really digging it. Kind of glad I switched locations and discovered this. It's pretty historical. It's pretty cool that this is an old military road. That's pretty cool. A lot of history here. I bet you could find stuff with a metal detector for sure. I mean, I bet if you walk that stream enough, you'll probably find something of historical significance in there. But yeah, I'll go into a little more about what Elkin is about a little bit later, but I'm going to be doing all kinds of stuff, stealth cams. I'm going to be doing adventures on the river this summer. I'm going to be doing kayaking, backpacking trips. We're going to be doing all kinds of stuff. I know I said I was going to take you guys out to the FTX, but I decided not to. People really weren't too crazy about cameras being there. So I kind of put that on the back burner for now. And that's being fair to everybody. I'm trying to keep the show a little bit separated from that. But I better get back on the road here. I can eat dinner when I get to my camp. I don't know, I'm not going to try to be easy. You could probably get away with stealth camping. Wow, look at all them pines up there. I wonder what's up there, if it's a house or what. A guy might be able to get away with stealth camping up there, That's pretty cool, huh? I'm sure it doesn't look the same for you guys as it does for me. So, Here's the campsite. This is cool. How far this thing can zoom in. Ain't that insane? Setting up the light fighter again. I won't go through a setup video. I was originally going to, but you know what? There's so many setup videos out there on the internet. It's just, there's no point. I always remember when you're setting up a tent, all the bags and everything that it comes in. I always put the stuff in the same spot in your backpack. So when you go to clean up everything, you're able to get it just right back in there and not be searching for something, wondering if something blew away in the wind. So, I know I said I wasn't going to go over the setup of this because I don't have like a ton of battery. It's going up and down on me. So, a minute ago, I only had 100 minutes of battery. Now I have 103 minutes of battery. I don't know how that works, but it does. This thing practically sets itself up, see? Boom, boom, boom. She's all set up. Light fighter 1. Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to trying this. I'm kind of burnt out on Mountain House, so I seen these. I also ate, I still have the package, I'll show it to you in a minute. I found these Sasquatch meals. They were damn good. I highly recommend it, and it was pretty much just the right amount for me after hiking all day and not feeling all that great when you're pulling into camp. It was pretty much just the right amount of food that I wanted to eat. So, but anyway, looking forward to trying this. Hell yeah. So we got that set up. Now we got to worry about food. Since I'm holding the camera manually, I'll show you inside the light fighter, which that was something that I wasn't finding a whole lot of footage of what it actually looked like inside. So actually that's not true, I'll take that back, but it's a little different from the perspective. I'll show you from the perspective of actually sleeping in it and what it would look and feel like. My sleeping mat that I just got, the Static V Luxe by Climate. It takes up almost the entire floor of this, and it's amazing from side to side. So it's the first sleeping mat I've actually been able to be a lot more relaxed on and actually put my elbows don't hang over the sides, and I'm super uncomfortable all night long. So it's pretty cool. It's got double vestibules on it. This is a vestibule on this side, just like that one, so you can pretty much just pick a side that you want. It's pretty cool. You got a name type on there. I have to say the tent I see the most at FTX is the
improved combat shelter. I see that a lot because they're just so affordable. I own one too. I'll be doing a video on that. I know there's a lot of videos on them too, but I'll be doing a video on that here eventually. I almost wish I would have taken that with me because the setup sucks kind of, but it has a lot less wind flow in it. As you can see on the other side right there, I'm gonna be like sleeping in a wind tunnel tonight inside there. So I'm just cooking my food. I got this Stanley little camp set, and it comes with 2 cups, which I replaced. I have 1 cup, and then I put my heater and stuff in there, which actually a guy that I know gave me the idea recently. One of the brothers, he gave me an idea to start putting stuff in there to save extra room and such, which I don't know why I didn't think of that. I think I've thought of it before a long time ago, but who knows. And then I also got this little camp stove from Nord, which is an ultralight camp stove or whatever you'd call it. That's how the way they advertise it, from nord.com. But it's pretty much a little cheap Chinese camp stove. They kept knocking the price down. I ended up paying like 12 or 15, and it was like for 30 something on the website. So yeah, it's got a self-igniter and everything. I actually think I just seen a guy using one of these in a video on it, which is pretty sweet. I have sleeping bag compartments in like in my marine rock. I have a sleeping bag compartment in there, but it's all it does is like separate inside of it, but it doesn't have like, you can't zip it on the bottom or anything, which is fine. Which I only usually use that ruck in the winter anyway. But check this out. So got my bag in there, which I can compress it more than this, but there really wasn't this. So I finally got a chance to test this last night. And I can compress it more than this. I just, like I said, I didn't really have a reason to. But yeah, I love this freaking sleeping bag. 20-degree upwind. This bag has completely outperformed my expectations. Alright, so this is the Slumberjack 20-degree upwind. I love this bag. I mean, last night it got down so cold, and it kept me warm, and it outperformed what it was supposed to. I love it. I'll try to get some professional pictures of it, but that's what I'm using for a bag. It's supposed to get down to 19 degrees tonight, so it's going to be cold tonight. But yeah, it performs so well, I'm not even worried. I got the Static V Lux right here. I love it. It takes up almost the whole floor, as you can see. Just that little corner. That's free, and then it goes from side all the way to the other side. So I'll back this up a little bit here. But yeah, it's a mummy bag. You can wrap your head in it and everything. I mean, this thing performed so well last night. I'm just absolutely impressed. I got it off a Moose Jaw, but the company, you can buy them directly from them too. I also have the minus 20-degree bag, which I run. I think I kind of got the sweet spot with the bags now. So yeah, I run this in spring and fall now. In winter, I run the minus 20-degree, and then in summer, I run, when it gets really, really hot, I run the Whoopee blanket. When it's not, you know, gonna get down to a Whoopee blanket, pretty much tops out in the 50s. I think in the mid 50s for the comfort range. So yeah, that's my sleeping setup since I couldn't go over it last night. Slumberjack Upwind 20. When Minnesota was part of the Wild West before it became a state in 1858, the United States War Department built 7 roads to link important locations and make travel easier for settlers. Although these roads could be used to move troops in an emergency such as possible Indian attack, they were never used for this purpose. Like today's freeways, military roads quickly became important transportation routes for local residents and long-distance farmers from the eastern United States began to settle along this part of the St. Croix River. As Point Douglas to Superior Military Road was built, most early farms were located near the road for convenience. Farmers could also use the road to transport crops, their own transportation, and an early form of mass transit, stagecoaches. A traveler could take a stagecoach from one end of the road at Point Douglas in Hastings, Minnesota, to the other in Superior, Wisconsin. The trip could take several days. The horses pulling the coach would be exchanged for fresh horses at the station. Along the road, travelers could stop for the night at hotels along the way. The United States Congress gave the Secretary of War the responsibility of building Point Douglas to Superior Military Road. Lieutenant James H. Simpson of the Corps of Top Coal Engineers was placed in charge. Simpson was awarded contracts to civilians who were required to build the road to certain specifications. The road was to be 18 to 33 feet wide, but the drainage ditches of the road were never finished to meet these specifications. The rugged and isolated landscape made construction difficult. Floods, freezing portions lacked necessary bridges or passed through swampy areas. In 1857, the Corps determined that they would need $42,000 to make necessary improvements, but Minnesota became a state the following year, and the funds were cut off. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. It's kind of crazy that they never really used it to transport troops. I mean, I'm sure they did use it to transport some troops. I mean, they would have had to. I mean, there was Indian uprisings, all kinds of stuff here in Minnesota. So yeah, what sucks is I'm on my last battery, and it's getting so cold that these batteries are just draining down. I mean, it drops 10-15% every time I turn it off, turn it back on. So I'm gonna put it back in my jacket for a little bit, and hopefully it'll come up some. I only got about 3 batteries for this. I usually get a lot of footage. I mean, I could edit up 6 hours of footage, if not more, 8-10 hours of footage, and I'll narrow it all down to 20 minutes. So but anyway, yeah, this is my extra long special. This is my, I think it's gonna end up being 30-40 minutes when I get done with it. So hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Try to throw some interesting stuff in there. This is a really cool park. I keep saying that, but it really is. It's pretty cool. I'm going to definitely check some more stuff out before I leave tomorrow. Temperature is sure dropping. It's going to be 19 degrees tonight, and I'm going to be putting that bag to the test. Locations when I did. I like Rumriver and everything. It's just, you know, there isn't that much historical stuff to see or anything like that out there, and basically, I went and I was headed out into the middle of nowhere. I wanted to go see the river. I got about 75% of the way. I was almost there. And I just decided, because the sun was going down, I knew I had about 10-15 minutes of sunlight left. I decided to turn it around because all I had was my shoes with me at the time. Because I thought it would be dry enough to wear my shoes, but it wasn't. It was so wet back there. I ended up soaking my feet. And then when the temperatures dropped, it really started getting cold. I didn't bring my boots with me, which I got on right now. Yeah, I'm out here hiking with my minus 40 boots on right now, my Arctic Assault boots, but I don't really have all that much waterproof footwear, so I'm actually going to be upgrading to something here pretty soon. I'm thinking about getting those Victos Johnny Combat boots. They make a vented and a non-vented pair, and I'm thinking that the non-vented pair might be waterproof. I'm going to have to check out the specs on that again, but I'm looking for something really. Yeah, I'm really digging the Coyote 85 by Kelty. Like I said, I don't know if it's body armor compatible yet. I mean, I'm having my doubts about that, but it's such an awesome backpack for just backpacking, you know, a ruck, I'm sorry. It's an awesome ruck for just getting out there and just jumping into the adventure. I mean, I'm really digging a lot of Kelty's products, but I don't know if they're switching it out for the Lakota Pro, if that's their new line instead of the Coyotes. I'm not sure because they're out of stock. Like I said, I couldn't find a Coyote 65 in the United States. So, and I couldn't even find one used. I actually found one in Germany, but I didn't want to take the chance of trying to order something from Germany and getting ripped off. Well, just just wanted to sign off for the night. It's pretty chilly out here. That's for sure. I'll see you guys in the morning. Well, I had a little trouble sleeping last night, so I went back to sleep. Well, I tried to go back to sleep at 2 and I got up to go to the bathroom. Couldn't fall back asleep, and then I ended up falling back asleep when it got light outside. It's about 10:15 right now. So yeah. But anyway, just figured I'd give you guys a little look at what it looks like inside here. I was going to do it last night, but I ended up not getting around to it. So it's got the double vestibule, so it's the same on both sides, but it's got these little gear spots that are kind of cool. Oh, I see some of my jacket for a pillow here. But yeah, I suppose I'll get packed up here pretty soon. I'm gonna cook me some breakfast, and we'll get on the road here and go see what we can find that's cool out here in the woods. So, alright, bring you guys back in a little bit. Light fighter 1. Out in the shelter out here, eating lunch real fast. So we're halfway back. Not too much longer. Be at the truck and we'll be on our way home. It's only in the 30s right now. We're still on the historic military road right now. I think that's pretty cool. I'm definitely planning on going to more places with like historical significance and recording some of the sites and stuff. Just waiting for it to get done. I'm having I always like to supplement some of the prices and stuff, so I'll bring other stuff to eat with me rather than just eating Mountain House all the time. So this is one of them things. Feels good to get out of that wind, that's for sure. Just trying to recharge my battery. So I'm just headed back in now. Well, I'll post more about the gear I was using in this adventure. I'm starting a little gear show on here called Raider's Gear Closet, I think is what I'm going to call it. So keep a lookout for that. I'll be doing a lot shorter videos with gear reviews, probably 3-4 minutes. So yeah, I'm excited about that. So thanks for joining me. Joshua Raider signing off. Thank you for watching on Conquer.